Jesus as the foundation. Through your words, through your breath, there is no death. As everything is formed with your sign, millions of more fading line. You Your creations fell without your smell. We will go to hell. You are the champion, our savior, our captain. We now take what is ours, the real claim. It is us that will cause hearts to burn within that
Live and be, yes. Live and be.
They call me the toe stomper. Get your steel toe boots
Translator,
on.
sir.
What's up, man?
What's up,
Try to
buddy?
have a question. Okay, go ahead with your question. How
What do you say?
they so defeated?
I said, I'm gonna need a translator, sir.
Come out their mouth and stop being so easily offended.
No.
Man, that's harsh. Shouldn't we be nice to one another? Is Satan nice to you, brother? Well, no.
See?
Yes, he is. He
What do you mean,
loves his
see?
flesh. But I don't. It gets in the way. And if you keep acting out from it, that's how you will stay. The Bible tells us the flesh is enemy.
Oh, I thought that was S.I.
Already is kicking your butt. When I hear the flesh give his testimony, you still sound like you were stuck in a rut. All I hear is death, no living.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I worked with everybody, man. I worked with everybody. But I think being a infantryman is just, I mean, of course, my opinion, but I think being an infantryman is, I don't know, you get a little bit more leeway because you have multiple more teams like others. It's just, I don't know, you kind of cover a lot of more ground. I loved it. The job was awesome.
Your life sounds like a horror film, like you're stuck in a nightmare you can't get out of. That's because you're focused on the wrong foul of the air. You need to focus on the dub because of that you manipulate everyone around you to get in they
Homeboy.
Oh boy.
What's the deal? You at work?
Now I'm in my son's practice, soccer practice.
What's he practicing?
Uh, Football,
Football. Which kind of football?
European,
Oh,
FIFA.
soccer.
Yeah,
You don't want to call it soccer, huh?
yeah, he's up here practicing soccer.
Badass dangerous because you on the line. Infantrymen are on the line. Infantryman, Rangers, SF, they're all on the line. All of them. I worked with all of them. The job's a little bit different, right? Depending on what you're doing. Yep. You push through it. Yep.
I heard a good quote the other day. He said, "Everybody's a lion when they're until there's other lions in the room,
That's
and
it.
everybody's a soldier until it's wartime."
Until it's wartime. Oh, yeah. Everybody's a soldier. Everybody. Oh, well, brings me to a comment that was made. Benny, you see the video where I was in my pool the other day?
Yep, I seen it.
All right. So somebody sent me a message and said, they said 50 degree water isn't cold. And I was like, man, that's funny. That's the second or third time I heard somebody misunderstand that video. I don't know I don't know what's so hard to understand about the video I made. Benny, did it look like to you that I was complaining on how cold the water was? Is that what it looked like? Oh, Benny ain't even here. Where'd you go?
It didn't look like it.
That's not what I was saying.
Oh.
Hey, let me see. Does anybody know the point? Oh, let me hit pause on this. Does anybody know the point of the video? Me being in a pool. Does anybody know the point of that video? I'm gonna see if anything.
Man up. Be a man.
No. The point of the video.
Hey,
Though.
try.
Yeah.
My daughter literally FaceTimed me when you was about to tell the story, so just run it back.
No, you're good.
I seen the video with you in the pool.
All right, let me ask you. Do you know the point of the video? Could you catch on to the whole, what's the purpose of the video being made? Because I promise you, it wasn't to show how to clean pools. That wasn't the.
Yeah, it was showing that you can withstand the cold water.
Well, no, that's not the point of the video. The point of the video. Well, let me see if somebody else can get. Does anybody know the point of the video? Because it's not that I can withstand cold water. That's not the point of the video.
Okay, if it's not about cleaning the pool or you being able to withstand the cold water.
Yeah, ain't about that. Anybody else know? Nobody.
The point is, there's a point that you submit to.
Okay, that's close. Yeah, that's pretty close. Yeah. So in the video, I say that you always got little boys that want to argue with men. I make that statement real clear. I don't know if y'all heard it, but that's what I said. You always got little boys want to argue with men all the time. And then I said that the water, because when I first got in it, it was 49 degrees even. Okay. And I was in there for an hour at 49 degrees. Look, if anybody tells me that 49-degree water is not cold, you're lying. It is cold. It's cold. Okay. But how cold do you think it is if you're in there for an hour?
Well, at some point you get acclimated to it. So I mean,
well, right, you can get acclimated to it, but if you don't get acclimated to it, some people can go get into shock. You know, I've seen it. People can get into shock standing in 49-degree water. But the point is, the pool got to be clean, bro. So do you think that's the time, like, to yourself to complain? Like, oh man, it's too cold. I can't get in there. Is that how you're supposed to handle that?
Nah, okay. So you harness your emotions and
okay, right.
You through it.
And then I said, guys, I didn't go in there wearing like, a gear to keep me warm. I showed, I said, look, I got shorts on. I'm barefooted in here. The reason why I made the comment that you always got boys that are trying to argue with men, bro, right? And something I'm pointing out there is, Like, if I talked about hard stuff that I wore would 100% be one of them. That's not easy to go through that. I don't care what anybody says. It's not easy, bro. Okay. So the 49-degree water in comparison to that, that's not cold. That's not cold to me. 50-degree water is not cold to me, bro. You understand? That's the point I'm making. That's why I said, look, I got shorts on, barefooted. I'm saying it's not cold to me. That's why I'm in there. But you got guys, they ain't never done a hard thing in their life. Matter of fact, they wouldn't even go in there. But they're so quick to like try to argue and act tough. They ain't never done anything tough in their life except run their mouth. You understand?
Yes, sir.
That's the point I'm making. But sometimes you just can't come out and say it that way, bro. You just let, so I said what I needed to say and left it at that. But I've noticed you come across a bunch of these people, they ain't never done anything tough in their life, and they talk about how tough they are.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, and I mean, it's just the funniest thing.
Yeah, because what temp? Do you know what temp they normally do, like cold plunges? It's got to be somewhere around there.
You do cold plunges at all temps, all of them.
Well, I mean, where it's like, it's got to be above 32, but somewhere in the 40s. Huh?
Oh yeah. But I'm telling you, I've seen people do them at all degrees. Yeah. I've seen them at all. The thing is, even somebody put in YouTube, you stay in a 49-degree water long enough, it'll kill you. It will. But when I got in, it was 49 degrees. When I got out, it was almost 52. It was 51.8. That's almost 52 degrees. Okay. I was in there for 2.5 hours, bro, cleaning the pool. You know what I mean? Even though you can get acclimated to it, it's still going to be cold, bro. Like, it's still going to do its thing. There's a point you may not be able to feel your toes. You know what I mean? Like,
right. It's still fighting against your body's regulation.
It's fighting against it. Right. So, I had some comments where people were like, hey, man, 50-degree water is not cold. Not in the video. Somebody messaged me, hey, 50-degree water is not cold. And I was like, 50-degree water is not cold? I was like, I think you're missing the point of I don't know how someone could watch that video and think that I'm complaining about how cold it is. I'm like, what are you? I'm the one in there. I'm not the one saying I'm not going to get in there, bro. So I was kind of confused on what are y'all watching or listening to? You're not. I made the comment that I made for a reason when I was in there. It's just so funny to me. You got people that ain't never done nothing tough in their life, but they'll question everything you claim you've done that was tough. Look, Dre's one of them. Look what Dre said. Dre said light work, regular shower temp. So look, you could just tell Dre thinks I'm complaining about. He thinks I'm complaining about how. So Dre's is another one. You're two. That's two. There's two right there. There's two so far. He thinks I'm complaining about how cold the water is. Bro, I think you need to go watch the video again, Dre. You don't know what you're listening to. The water is not.
New York
Dre, I'm not. If I thought the water was cold, I wouldn't be in there with shorts and barefooted. That's you're missing the point of the video. That video is not talking about how cold the water is, bro. It's craziness. It's craziness. You say it's light work. Well, I was in it for 2.5 hours, so obviously it's light work to me. I don't get the point you're trying to make.
Hey, Dre, we saw a 5-minute clip, and he swears he was there for 2 hours.
I was in there for 2.5 hours, sir. 2.5 hours.
5-minute clip.
I don't care. Now you're saying you don't believe me. I don't care at that point.
Where is Dre?
No, Dre, the video, he's in YouTube. He said made a whole, listen what he says. You made a whole video about how tough it was to be in 50. No, you missed the whole point of the video. You see, you did it to yourself. Foot in the mouth again. That's what you think? You think I made a video to talk about how tough it was? Are you listening to this dude? You're one of them then. You're the other one then. Unless you got a troll account and you made that comment.
Hey. You should have took it after video. I want to see the pool now. It was green.
Yeah, hold on. Matter of fact, let me go out there. I'm gonna take the phone out there. That's a good point. That's a good.
That's a big pool.
Real quick.
It's gonna be another 2 hours now. You heard, Trot? Is this gonna be another 2 hours? Oh, he can't hear us. He can't hear us. You could hear us, Trot? Yeah, he can't hear us. Oh, that's a lot better than it was. Heck yeah.
What do you mean? I was talking directly to you in YouTube. What are you talking about?
No man here, man. Whining about what are you talking about?
That wasn't you on YouTube?
I don't know what you're talking about, bro.
Let me see. Let me see. I don't know, guys. Does that say I am Zeal right there? Right here, look. I am Zeal. That's Dre right there. Now he don't know what I'm talking about. Look. On your butt off, boy.
That was my Chavez going.
Every 5 minutes, somebody want to call.
Hey, the main thing is, the main comment that he missed was, I told him in YouTube, I said, I hear Sinbad, but I don't see him.
Oh, see. You missed the whole point of that video.
Jordan, he's whining about being in that water. He made a video about how tough he was for being in 50-degree weather water. And
nope.
Everybody else is like, brother, we do that on a regular basis.
Nope.
That's so tough. Great. He was in there for 5 minutes to do the video. Then he popped out and then he put the holes in.
Nope.
Doing it from the outside going around.
Nope.
He was in there for 2.5 hours.
Nope. Sounds good.
He put a shock bomb in there. A shock bomb, you throw it in there, and it cleans the whole pool.
It don't matter. I was in there.
He's got the machine. Remember, he's got the machine that goes in there and does the cleaning, too. If it took him 2.5 hours to clean up to get better at cleaning pools, because he sucks.
There you go. Hey, Keith. What's going on?
Give me one, too, if they got bottled water.
I didn't say I was good at cleaning. I said it took me 2.5 hours. And just so you know, Dre, it breaks my heart every time you do this, bro. Where instead of you understanding what the video is about, all you hear is, "Oh, he complained about the water." That video is not about complaining about the water. I don't know what the heck.
You know, it's funny. I grabbed the video and I sent it to ChatGPT. I said, "Analyze this and tell me what this person is saying, psychologically speaking." And it said, "This guy's trying to act tough, even though the water's all the way to his chest, but he's trying to act tough about."
So instead of I swear to God, instead of you using your own common sense, you ask a robot to tell you what the video's about.
Why was the water touching your chest though? That's the part I'm trying to figure out.
What do you mean? That's as deep as it is. What do you mean? What do you mean? Why is it touching my chest?
Oh my gosh, Rod, he's calling you short.
Oh my God, Christian, you Nimrod. Can I troll him back? Christian, you really think I don't know what he's saying? Christian.
Sometimes.
No, my friend, you're wrong 99.9% of the time. I know exactly what he's doing, bro. When are you going to get that? Can somebody please school this dude right here? Yeah. Jesus Christ.
How about we school the Bible?
It's too late now. You don't put your foot in the mouth just like Dre did. So both of y'all get in the business today.
Ain't nobody getting no business over here.
Yeah, you got the business. No. So now, hold on a second. So now, Dre. So now I'm gonna tell you what the video's about, bro. I'm going to tell you, since you can't put two and two together. So one of the comments I made in there is how little boys want to argue with men. And you thought that the point I was making is because the water's cold. Are you serious, bro? You serious? Oh, my God, bro.
Did you bring up the temperature of water or no?
I had to bring it up to prove a point.
Okay, for what reason? What was
thank
the point
you.
again?
Oh, thank you. So how come you didn't ask me instead of assuming you know what it's about?
Well, I'm assuming you made the video for us to understand it.
Lord
I know you were speaking
mercy.
in riddles,
Can I,
Christ.
Hey, can I tell you what it means? You already asked. Can I tell you what it means? What the whole point of the video is? The whole point of the video is you have boys that ain't never done anything hard in their life, but they'll argue with me about how tough they are, and they ain't never done a tough thing in their life. And me being in that water was pointing out the things that I've done that's actually tough, and this thing, which I see very weak. That's why I said I'm wearing shorts and I'm barefooted. They wouldn't dare even get in that water right there. That's the point.
Who wouldn't get in that water? I'm confused.
Hold on a second. Hold on a second. I just told you who. I said these little boys who argue with men who's actually been through something hard. I made it very clear who I'm talking about.
Green.
I made it very clear who I'm talking about.
Oh my gosh, Benny, don't speak, Benny.
What?
Sinbad. Sit quiet, Sinbad.
Hey, Benny, you might turn green too. You know what I mean? Because it's winter time. So
no.
Yeah, don't do that.
Anyways, all right, I'm gonna drop off. I gotta get some stuff done. I'm gonna listen in though. I'll be listening.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let's see. Flip, what's up, Flip? Trot, you have gray hair? Why are you asking, bro? Why are you asking? You don't see it? What do you mean?
Yeah, bro, you haven't been here in like 18 years.
Flip, I don't think you know how old I am, Flip. You must think I'm 30 or something. I don't know.
Maybe when we met, Flip. You've been gone for like.
All right, let's see. Oh, look, troll number 1. You're not a man, you're a weak human. Okay. do better. Come on, you could have made that funny, man. Nah. Ricky said, "Can you stop yelling?" No, lower down your mic, Ricky, or kick rocks. I'm not your father. Don't talk to me like that. What's wrong with you? Let's see.
A gray beard is a crown of wisdom.
It's a crown of wisdom. Let's see. Shout out to the host, new subscriber. What's up, subscriber? Is that Kenneth? Is that you? Kenneth and TikTok, is that you over there? Let's see. Let's see. Dirk, what's up? Somebody said, how much to shave an eyebrow? I tell you what, you put 20 grand in there, I'll shave an eyebrow right now. I'll do both for 30. Let's see. You kind of look like, yep. Oh, okay, my bad. It's a different Kenneth. Okay. Apologies. Yeah, I had to rush off. I had a wood delivery that came out of nowhere that I had to go do because it was a freaking lot. And of course, it's literally 5 miles from a freaking makeup place. And I'm trying to get back to the house, and she's like, well, I should run in there real quick. And I'm like, real quick. Jordan's telling me, hey, go watch this video. I said, I can't. So I took a picture of where I was at. I said, can't you tell I'm busy? Let me see. I don't even know if he responded. Hold on a second. I don't know what that's about. All right. All right, man. What we getting into? After I had to slap Dre and Bill around. Oh, Bill's still in here? Oh, my bad, Bill.
Yeah, you lucky
drinking on C4 over there?
What you want for my life? What you want for my life?
What you want for my? I sure am, buddy. Sure am. I got the strawberry watermelon ice.
Nice.
Yeah, strawberry. I said, hey, which one does the black folks like? I was thinking of Benny. They said the one with the watermelon. I said, all right, I'm gonna get that one.
I've been drinking Reigns. Reigns is good, man.
Hey, they are good, but I've been hearing they're kind of a little high on the total poll regarding like not the best for you. I could be wrong. Look into it. I haven't did a deep research, but
yeah, they don't got no. I don't think they have any added sugars. No, but they got amino acids.
Yeah, they got them, but there's something in there. Look it up. There's something in there that a certain group of people don't like, so they're like, hey, those ain't the best ones to get.
I'll look into it
or something. But yeah, the ones with sugar, absolutely not, bro. Like, listen, I like sugar, okay? But, bro, what do I need it in the energy drink for? I don't need it. I'm not drinking it because of the taste. I just need some caffeine. That's it. Let's see. So water is the source of life then? Christian... Does anybody know this person, Christian? Christian, you ever been here before?
Christian, bro.
On YouTube, it's a different.
Yeah, I know.
Refined sugar is the problem. Yeah, refined sugar. Right. Christian, the only begotten. That's who I'm talking to. You want to talk about water? Why are you making those weird faces? So water is the source of life then? Or maybe you're talking to somebody. I don't know. Oh, excuse me. Lord have mercy. Okay, cool. That's cool to know.
I've been needing that refined sugar like crazy. I've been needing that daggone brown sugar. But, man, I got to turn you on to this concoction, man. I bake a sweet potato, and then I warm up some blueberries, some frozen blueberries in the microwave with some of that brown sugar, and pour over the sweet potato with some butter. Man!
That sounds good.
That
sounds good. Somebody said, I eat sugar cubes. I was here when you told of your grandfather of the roadkill. Oh, okay. Hey, my granddad didn't play, bro. I know how to do it too. I don't because, there's a better way, but my granddad, old school, easy, Eagles suck. Y'all ain't going nowhere. Y'all done anyway. Y'all about to get kicked out. Can't believe you come up here and disrespect with them feathers. You remind me of Wolfman Jack. Yeah. The Eagles are done. Giants are done. Eagles are done. Shoot. Ravens about to be done. I can't wait for the
Ravens are done.
Ravens are done. I can't wait for Green Bay Packers to get kicked out. They're done. Homeboy. What's up, Troy? What's going on, man? They're all done. So Patriots, Colts, Buccaneers, boy, they looking good right now. I don't know which one of them's gonna make it. The Bears are looking good.
Colts are definitely done. I mean, unless I guess Rivers is old, so
I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah. The last few games they weren't looking good.
I don't know what story.
The last good.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, I think we started talking at the same time. I don't know what this person said. Also, the story of your friend who had a stalker who was getting butthurt about that doesn't even make any sense. I don't know what you're talking about there, dude. I have no idea what you're talking about.
you going to take an early poll on who's going to make it?
Who's going to make what?
Like mine is Bears Jags.
Oh, you think?
I think the Jags are supposed to make it. Everybody's been talking about them.
Yeah, I mean,
look over at
let me pull something up real quick.
I think LA and I think New England's gonna upset hold off.
Let me see.
I don't know who's going to play. I feel like the Jags will make it, and I don't know who else. The Bears seem fine, but
let me see. We'll talk about that for a minute, and then we'll hop into some Bible. We get in some babble. Let me see. Right now, let's see if I can find something that's all right. All right, so. Oh, wait a minute. That's last year. Man, I hate that I have to do this, but. Let's see if I can.
Unknown caller.
I gotta win right there.
All right, so we got. Okay, now I'm not saying all these people are making the playoffs, but I'll give you the top, like 10 or 12 teams that they're talking about right now. So, let's see, the Rams, the Buccaneers, Green Bay. I know for sure. Oh, wait a minute. I think this is a better one. Right here. Man, why can I not? Fine, I'll go over here then. Jeez. All right. So Bears, Rams, 49ers, Seahawks, right? The Eagles, Panthers, Buccaneers. I don't see let me see. NFC. Yeah, that's pretty much them from this area. But I'll go to the top and I'll kind of just go down. All right, so then we got the Bills, we got the Jags, Patriots, Broncos, Pittsburgh, even Houston, Colts. There's still a lot of teams. I think we might have to wait. We might have to wait till the next couple of weeks and then kind of start really talking about like who's going to beat who in the playoffs. Because in the next couple of weeks, it's already going to be, they're already making the playoff schedule at that point. But I will tell you this, on the game we're playing on Ripping Scales, I'm the only one that's got a big old goose egg, man. I don't got 1 point. And Dre and Danette are tied. They both got 5 points. Bill, Breezy, Jordan, and Big Ned have 3. And Christian has 2 points, and I got 0. I'm gonna have to have like 3 in a row. 3, 3, and 3, man. I'm gonna have to, bro, at this point. And we only got 6. Bro, we only got 6. We only got 6 packs of cards left.
There goes my phone. It's gonna be tight. Hold on.
You ready to send me that trophy, that melted metal on your desk? No, because you don't have any melted metal to send to me. Remember, Easy, we talked about this. Got to be even Steven. Danette, let's rip. Danette, I thought you were already ripped. What are you talking about? Yeah, you ripped and got a point. She said again. Hey, Danette, you want to rip every day, Danette? Lord have mercy. And we haven't got everybody's numbered cards. I think there's only 2, Christian and Danette. Y'all are the only 2 that's pulled out a numbered card. So there's still a few number cards left. Man, I'm hoping one of them is Shador Sanders' green signature. That'd be amazing. Bill, you're in freaking you're on the moon, bro. What are you talking about?
I think he dropped his phone under his seat.
Yeah, something. It's illegal to United States flag by altering it. Nope, not if it's in my house, it's not. Nope. Absolutely not.
Anyway, Trot, are you ready to be a pirate?
I'm already one. I'm waiting on y'all.
Well, the law has to pass. Well, not the law, but the maritime.
I was saying I got a gold card with numbers on here. That's the serial number. That's one of them, right?
Hold on a second. You got one too? I thought it was just Danette and Christian.
No, I thought I had one as well. I'll look at it when I get back home.
Well, that's because Bill's just opening up all his packs and you just go through them. Sometimes he forgets.
Yeah.
Don't worry, Bill. I've been tempted to do the same.
What is he rambling about now?
Your Alzheimer's.
Why am I?
My what? I'm just kidding, Bill. But seriously, though, Trot, are we going to jump back into what we were talking about before the first live?
Yeah, hold on.
Thank you, Jordan. I know. I remember I did.
What boat were you on there, Christian? Stolen Valor pirate?
Stolen Valor of a pirate? Not sure if that
oh, there's a rank structure, bro.
What?
There's a rank structure.
There's a rank structure.
You don't even have an eye patch yet.
You ain't even got a peg leg. You ain't even lost a leg yet, son. Big Net's going to be a land Viking. Hey, Saba's here. Let's go.
Thoughts on Liver King? What is that? Liver King? What is that?
He's that guy that took steroids and said that he got all natural muscle from eating liver and hearts and stuff.
I don't know nothing about that. Somebody asked me thoughts on Liver King. I don't even know what that is.
Dude, my lives have been crazy too. People just dropping in and asking some random stuff.
Yeah. Oh, I ain't worried about it. Yeah. George Great, why do hate Merca? Are you asking why you do or why I do? Why do hate? What do you mean? Why do hate? Why do you hate? Is that what you're saying? I bled for this country. That ain't gonna come out right. Have you bled for this country? Georgie? Probably not. And if you have, then you're just one of them trolling vets. You can kick rocks too. You ain't got to be here. I promise you don't. Which means
trolling vets.
Yeah, trolling vets. Mm-hmm. Yep. You got the ones that hate themselves they ever joined. You got the ones that literally like going and picking fights with other vets. It's weird. Very weird. It's been happening a lot past couple of years. It is very odd.
That's weird. I've never heard of that.
Oh, if I showed you, you'd be like, oh, okay. But I'm not going to show you because I think it's stupid.
Oh, well.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I think it always starts with, how long were you in?
Yeah, it can start that way. And they tear each other apart. It's kind of like, both Christians, two Christians, both saved, both going to heaven. And then one of them just too stupid to have a good time. And is like, so, you believe in the Trinity or oneness? And that's it. Relationship ruined, hate each other. You're going to hell. And I mean, just, to each other. Saba, what's up, man? Where you been hiding, Saba? God, dog. I forgot all about Saba. I don't know. Who is Saba?
No, you mean you don't believe baptism for salvation?
That too.
You believe you don't have to be physically dunked in water?
That too. All that. They'll fight. Mm-hmm. And I'm telling you, there's vets that do it. I've seen them. I just walk away like, oh my God, bro.
You believe that the Cincinnati Bengals couldn't win 45-21 over the Miami Dolphins? What?
That's the bad one.
Let's see. The original Christians and modern Christians argue about the Trinity. Exactly. It shows you how stupid it is. Thank you for proving my point. All right. Yeah. So earlier, I don't think Maria's here. We pretty much covered it, though, honestly. Maria came up and was asking about John chapter 3. What? Oh, yeah. And the good thing is I at least kind of went over it enough. She was asking what's the difference between the bride and the body. But if somebody can see if she can come, if anybody knows who that was here, we'll finish it if she's here. But she may come another day and ask again, and we can finish it then. But bruh, who cares about John chapter 3? Everybody on the panel. That's who, and myself. John is a boring apostle. Oh my God, you must be boring yourself. Very boring. John 2 debunks water baptism. Nah, the debunking of water baptism is not in the New Testament. It's in the Old Testament.
A1 King Ahaz.
No, that's a very small portion of it. It's all over the place. That's just a part of it. Very small part. So if you try to use that to debunk it and say, all right, I did it, you're going to be laughed out of the room. That one thing's not going to hold water.
No pun intended. Hold water. No pun intended.
No pun intended. Oh, excuse me. Listen, to my so-called friends here on Tickety Talk, okay? If I ever make a video and you're just not sure what the video's about, have enough courage to ask me what it's about instead of assume that you know what the video's about. Please do yourself. Do yourself. I feel like I shouldn't even have to say that, but do yourself a favor.
The scuba diving video you made.
Yeah, like you and Dre both didn't understand what it was about. Bill? How did y'all not?
I heard you.
Y'all don't know what it's about. It's like, he thinks 50 degrees is cold. Bro, that's not what the video's about, bro. What the heck y'all talking about? Y'all just be making stuff up in your head, bro. Ask somebody. Like, hey, bro, huh?
I think Dre was just trolling.
Knight, can I troll him back?
We both were trolling.
Can I troll him back, Knight? I'm going to have to put you in the category of Christian over here.
No way.
Yes, okay. Well, you're acting like them. Can I troll them back?
You'd be lucky to. Be lucky too, Trot.
All right, can I?
You don't want to be in that category.
Can I please just troll back? Okay, let me troll him back. Oh my God!
No. Request denied.
Lord, he said requested. No, you cannot. Let's see.
Request permission to speak, Sergeant.
John Carpenter.
Request denied.
Hey, that's a good movie, John Carpenter. If y'all ain't never seen that, it was all right. It was all right, man. All right, let me go to. All right, let's get into something. Let's hop in there. Jennifer, what's up, homegirl?
Jennifer,
what's up? God bless.
What's up, bruh? What you doing? Hanging out?
Girl? What's up, sister?
Chilling.
I didn't know she was here. I didn't know she was here. She must have just popped up.
I had a question. I was sitting here trying to remember my question. I wanted to do a Grip Mastery family today.
Oh,
but
yeah.
I can't remember my question.
Wait a minute. Hold on a second. I could have swore I wrote that down. Why is it not? Hold on a second. I must have went too far back. Let me see where I went.
Also, I don't know if you want to talk about this on here, but I don't have a way to message you. Try.
What do you mean you don't have a way? You can message me on TikTok.
Oh, they fixed your DMs. More people can message you. I thought.
What?
I thought they had you blocked from your messages for a little bit.
Yeah, but you got the Trot account. You can message me on Discord. You can message me on YouTube. What are you talking about? You can't message me.
Well, I don't know if you want to talk about this on here, but I found a place that works on the little device that broke down.
Yeah, no, that give that to who's your team lead?
Jordan. I did message him.
Yeah,
no.
Get with Jordan regarding that.
Okay.
Yeah. What did you want to talk about Grip Mastery family? You don't remember?
I don't remember my question. I was trying to remember it.
That's all right.
I recall Trot saying, it better be a good question.
Yeah, it better be a good one.
And then we said, really, Trot? Why is it got to be good? Because it's Jennifer? And he said, no, because it better be a good one.
No, Jennifer. What? What'd you just say?
No, it better be a good one.
No, before that.
No.
Before that, bro. I got to go back and look it up myself.
You said, and me and I think also Nina said, what? It's got to be a good one because Jen is asking it.
Who said that?
Is that part?
Who said that?
Me and Nina.
Oh, was that y'all who said that? Yeah. I don't remember who said it. Yeah. And I said, no. Yeah, I remember now. Yeah. And I said, no, but it better be. It don't matter who would have said, oh, I got something that I want to bring for Grip Master. I'd have said, it better be a good one. Mick, what'd you say, Mick?
Yeah, Mick, I got to give you a call. Nobody gotten back to me. I'll hit you up later when I get home.
I need a lesson on how to stomach my son-in-law. What do you mean?
Stomach his son-in-law.
Yeah, I know. But what do you mean, Mick? We could talk about that. Do you want to talk about new son-in-laws? How long has this son-in-law been a son-in-law? Or we could just put son-in-laws in the family. Let's see.
How you gonna title that? How to tolerate new?
No, you don't focus on the issue. No. The title is what? So he's saying stomach, but the title is son-in-laws in the family, right? And all the topics are going to come up through that. So that's the topic, I guess. 1 year? Oh, that's still a new. Yeah, that's still new. So we could put Lauren said, John 3, you started on this and you had to leave. No, I started on this because Maria, right? Maria came up and asked about it, but Maria's not here, right? Maria may be able to come maybe later in the show, or she may be able to come tomorrow or the next day, and we can pick up where we left off. But I don't want to talk about it without that person that brought the conversation up, Lorena. You understand? So we'll just move on to something else. It's no big deal. There's plenty to talk about in the Bible. And, like I said, D-Scale been doing it this way for years, bro. Like, there's so much to talk about. It ain't going to take long. People just focus on the wrong behavior. There's so much to talk about in the Bible, and all they want to do is argue about 10 topics. The Bible's full of stuff to talk about. They're going to argue about the same thing. Let's see. All right, so I need Mick. I need a little bit more. Okay, so the title will be a son-in-laws in the family, and then under that I got new son-in-law. So I need like a chevron or a. Let's see. I'll do like this right here.
Subtitle. Subcategory.
No, yeah, maybe, because we got son-in-laws in the family, and then under the subtitle, or under the title of subtitle, which is new son-in-laws, and now I need a subcategory. So,
how about being with them? I'm just kidding.
What about extended family?
No, extended family would be the title. So this is very specific. New son-in-law, and then now we need a sub.
Like issues.
Can y'all hear me?
Are you got specific issues?
Well, he said
reasons.
Bill, we know you're trying to talk, but not really. Striker said annoying son-in-law. No, can't put annoying. Already know the answer. Love. So now you don't want to talk about it then? You don't want to talk about it no more?
You don't want to talk about it anymore.
That was easy.
Next.
Well, he may still want to talk about it though. I don't know. So you don't.
Why don't we invite Mick up, or can he not come up?
I put it in the chat.
I mean, wouldn't it be something like controlling your own?
Well, he's here. He's here. He can talk for himself. He can talk for himself.
Hey, what's going on? What was the question there, bro?
So you figured it out. You don't want to talk about it no more, though?
No. Hey, I already know the answer, but yeah, I guess you can.
All right. So So we got son-in-laws in the family, right? And under that, I put new son-in-laws, because that's still what this is. It's a year, new son-in-laws. All right. So under that, since nobody can read your mind, what are we putting here? What's the issue, or what's the downfall, or what's the?
Well, I think it's like a couple issues. Like when I look at just certain things that he does and the effort he puts into it, it's not like at my level, you know what I mean? So I've got to step off that. But You know, he got a new baby, and I just need him to like step up in that relationship, but I don't know if I should get involved.
All right, let me answer this real quick on Casper, what's your BMI? You talking about body mass index? Is that what you're talking about? Because I guarantee you it's probably, I'm not lying, it's probably 16%, somewhere. It's high. It's high right now. All right. Okay, my bad, Mick. So what are we focusing on then?
Well, you know, so it's my daughter. Obviously, I'm got a different relationship with her than I do my son. So I know I'm a little bit like more protective, you know, of her than I am my son, obviously. So I just like, he just ain't like living up to my expectations, I guess. So do I approach that or just?
Yeah, but how do you know? Hold on. How do you know that's the problem? How do you know that in your head, whenever you're around him or whatever you hear about him, how do you know that he's not living up? Well, are you saying that to yourself? Are you saying that to yourself? He is not the standard for my daughter. Is that what you're saying?
Absolutely. Yeah.
All right. So then we're going to have to put the dude is not the standard. Okay.
And then under that, put the word should.
Dude is not.
And he's an ex-Catholic too. So you get,
yeah,
you got to count. You got to count that against him.
Yeah. All right. So he's not the standard. Okay. All right. So let's say I had a little sister, and which I do, but let's say I have a little sister, and when she eats her cereal, she doesn't really, to the majority of people, she doesn't eat cereal normal. Okay. And what I mean by that is she doesn't put the spoon in her mouth and chew. She slurps whatever's in that spoon. She slurps it in her mouth. And then she does it the whole time that this person is quote unquote eating cereal. It's nothing but a freaking slurp fest. So if they're in the living room, you can't hear the movie. You can't hear. And it's not a little bowl. It's a bowl. Like, matter of fact, the bowl is so big that, you can feed your dog with it. You hear me? Or it could be mistaken for a freaking mixing bowl. You get what I'm saying? So she ain't just slurping for a cup of cereal. There's like 4 cups of cereal in that bad boy. In a freaking, a quarter gallon in that sucker. I mean, God dog, that's how I eat it, but I don't slurp. So I'm using that to say this. It's real easy for our own family to get on our nerves, and we learn each other and we know how to pick at each other. And you go, man, go take your freaking slurping world somewhere else. I'm trying to watch this movie. No, I don't care. Then don't be here when I slurp then. I'm going to slurp. This is how I eat it. All right. But now it's a daughter, and the daughter's at the age where she's married. So now it can become very crucial for like this very normal thing to pop in people's heads. And I'm talking for everyone in the family, whether it be brother, sister to this female, or the dad or the mom, but everybody's got a different relationship with that daughter or sister, or, everybody's got a different relationship. You got some brothers very protective. Girl can never have a boyfriend, and the dad don't care, like, find someone that makes you happy. Or the dad's overprotective and the brother's like, I don't care. For God's sake, somebody please take her off our hands. Whichever the method is. But if it's the one where the dad is like, hey, this dude is not the standard, bro. Like, this is not the standard. And this is who she wants to be with. So, you're not going to be mean to her because you've never been mean to her. But since this dude's not the standard, there's certain things that are expected in her life. And if she's not getting that, then it just feeds that, she's not the standard. right? So let's talk about how, like, I'm going to show you how you ever heard of, like, a teenager in high school becomes unalive in a car accident? We've all heard it, right? Seen it.
Yep.
Right? And I'm going to show you something, and I don't want nobody to get offended, but, you know, they call me a toe stomper for a reason, but it's because of the way we think, man. The way we think is outrageous, okay? I understand it's part of the norm, but I have taught myself, right, with the help of God, to show me how is it that we think that we're not supposed to think that way. Like, you know, help me see it. And there's a lot. I talk about them all the time. But in this very particular one is where you'll have, like, moms and fathers. Okay, now, I've never had a child become unalive. But I'm going to use this as an example because I'm not pointing out that parents shouldn't mourn. If that's what you think I'm saying, you can kick rocks because you're lying to yourself, because that's not what I'm saying. But what I am saying is the way we lie to ourselves regarding the child, because they're lies. And you need to, this is just a lie. It's not true. So have y'all ever heard a child, and it don't have to be directly to you. It could be you growing up. It's still a child. It could be a 12-year-old friend, and you hear them tell their parents, I don't want to do that. And it's about, like, it's not chores. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about, like, trying to make a kid either play an instrument or play a sport. Has anyone ever seen that? Where a parent is trying to force the kid to play a sport or play an instrument or get good at something, right? And the kid says, I don't want to do it. And then now the parent feels, like, disrespected, and they literally start treating the whatever the extracurricular activity is, they start treating it like a chore. Let's be honest. Is that fair to the kid? Right? These things are called extracurricular activities. Why? Why are they called that? Anybody? Why does it have that name, extracurricular activities?
Because they're outside of the standard required curriculum.
They're outside. Outside. I can understand if it was math and they tell the parent, I'm not doing math. Oh, you about to get the business. Bubba, we're not going to be stupid here. You're going to get the math. You're going to get the math. You don't want to do the extracurricular activity, fine. But you don't hold their feet to the fire and tell them they have to. So watch this. Why is the parent making the kid do the extracurricular activity? Why? Why are they making them? Does anybody know why? This is a high 75, 80% of parents. If they're making their kid treat this extracurricular activity like a chore, why? Why are they doing that? High. It's high. It's like 80%.
Well, they either want them to be the best version of themselves, or it's something the parents couldn't do themselves and they want to live vicariously through them.
Okay, so there's several reasons, but one of the reasons is because they do want their kid to be great. That's part of the reason. They want them to be great, okay? But on the other side, yes, there are times where parents live their life in their kid and they want to enjoy the moment. That is true. And that's why I'm bringing this up, because when these same kids pass away, like in a car accident, like we're talking, they're 16, 17 years old, like they're about to go to college in a year or two, and they become unalive, and I've seen them in person. I've seen them, and they're sitting there, mourning the unalivement of their child, which there's nothing wrong with mourning. The Bible says mourn with those who mourn. But you'll hear them make some comments. They'll never go to prom. They'll never go. She was supposed to be homecoming queen. And they'll name all this stuff, right? And it could be a kid that is telling the parent, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I don't want to be homecoming queen. Yes, you do. You don't know what you're talking about. Yes, you do. So when they become unalive, she was going to be homecoming queen. She didn't want to be homecoming queen. What are you talking about? Well, now she's not going to get married. Now she's not going to have kids. Now she's not. Your flesh allows you to go down this path. And parents don't realize that that's what they wanted to see. It's a hard thing to hear, but it's true. That's what they wanted to see. They built all this up in their imagination, what was supposed to happen. These things are supposed to happen, which does go back kind of to the should, the thinking error, the should, right? And it does. It becomes our own personal thinking error that we've created in our own head because we've already put that on this person. We've already put it on them. And so when those things don't pan out, it's only natural not to be in a good mood. Why? Because it was you that put all these things there. You put them there. And now they're not going to be met. And then we got to find where the blame goes. This is the blame. This is when the truth is we're supposed to control the way we think. So all that is to go back to a truth that we all know that's true, but when people pass away, we all know people can say some radical things when people pass away. But I'm telling you, I've seen it on a consistent pattern where you'll hear, again, young people being unalive, and we know that's not a good thing. So let's not get twisted on the point here, Dre and Bill. Don't misunderstand what I'm saying. What I am saying is Mick is raising this daughter all these years, and he in his head he's got a standard of like what normally, and according to how he views things, it should be like this. And there ain't nothing wrong with having a high standard. The only problem with that is you have to make sure that's what the other person's looking at too. Like if you look like a veteran, are you? Yes. But like if you say to yourself, this is what I expect, or this is what I view, and it's daddy's viewpoint. First of all, there ain't nothing wrong with daddy having his own category. Oh, I want the guy to look like this, to be this kind of dude. There ain't nothing wrong with that. The only thing we can't do is the thing that we've built that this person should be. We can't put that before the imagination of the other person, because if we do, then that's why we're not satisfied, because we've taken what we wanted to happen and we put it before the other person, right? So it's kind of like, sitting down with the person saying, hey, just so you know, this is what I'm expecting you to marry. Like, Mick, have you ever done that before she got married? You ever sit down with her and say, hey, I want you to see what I drew up in my head on what you need to marry and what kind of man it's supposed to be?
Yeah, to a certain extent, yeah.
No, I'm not talking about to a certain extent. Point blank, 1 through 50.
No.
Okay.
No.
Anytime I ask somebody, hey, have you ever done this? 99% of the time, no. Why not? So let me ask you, Miss, straight up. How come you never went to her before she started getting serious? Hey, I want you to know what I'm expected for you to marry. How come you never did that?
Well, to a certain extent, like I said, I don't care about race, height. I don't care about any of that stuff. Really, I really don't. First of all, I want them to know who Jesus is. That's it. That was really my first requirement, that, Jesus.
And I think I remember you saying something about this, and I don't recall the exact answer, but I feel like he's not a Christian. I think you might have told me he's not.
Well, okay, so he was Catholic until he met my daughter, basically, and he stopped going to Catholic mass. And then, we went to one of these churches, that these mega church satellite offices, you know what I mean? And we took him to church there, and he said he got saved, but saying and and I'm trying to help him out, but maybe I'm the wrong person, but I'm trying to I send him a scripture every day. We try to I try to make it always about Jesus. Telling you.
And remember, Mick, you've been here long enough. When we do a Grip Mastery family, I'm not just asking the question just for you, right? I'm asking it to make sure everybody. So the reason majority of parents don't bring their their wish list to their daughter and be like, look, I want you to see what this is what you're going to marry, right? Because it's stupid. It's stupid. It's dumb to do that. It's immature to go to your kids and be like, look what I've been thinking of all night. Hey, did you know that you're going to marry? You know, we might as well just start doing what they do in India, and we'll just go around picking who everybody's going to marry, right? But the reason people don't do that, now, again, there are some sick parents out there that will, and they'll try to hold them to that. Like, this is what it's going to be right here, you know. But most people don't do that because they know they're going to be looked at weird. But they hold this thought in their head. This is what they're going to marry this, person going to be like that, da, da, da. And they're putting their imagination about their child's life ahead of this one person's life. It's their own life. So what you do is you take your wish list and you go, hey, I just want you to see how crazy I am. This is what I see you with. Does anything on your list match that? You need to know. You need to know. Does anything on your list match that? They need to be able to tell you to your face, well, out of the 30 things you got on there, I agree with number 2 and 12. Let the shock happen now. Not after they're married and the dude's a complete loser based on your freaking GQ magazine guy you got over here. Let the shock happen before the marriage. That way, when she picks the loser, you can say, well, that's exactly what she told me she wanted. You can start mourning about your list before they get married. Okay? Start mourning about your list before they get married. Don't wait till they get married and then like, oh, well, shoot, I'm just not happy. I'm just not. Again, y'all all know that I'm going to always exaggerate, you know, because this is not what Mick is saying, but Mick's the one that brought the topic, right? Son-in-laws in the family, and in this case, new son-in-law. And basically, the dude is not the standard, right? But Mick's bringing it up. Mick is not saying all this stuff, but I am showing you how far to the wrong side it can go. It can go very far. But listen, if you're going to be let down by what your daughter is bringing home, you need to start using your head. Look, I'm going to bring up what I expect her because you're expecting it. Don't lie to her and just tell her, hey, I just want to let you know this is what I'm expecting. The kid may say, that's exactly what my list looks like. Look, okay, there you go. If that's the case, then there's a good chance, okay? But if she brings home the loser anyway, you can at least sit down with her and say, hey, I thought we agreed. I know, Dad, I just think things change. Well, guess what? It changed, but let the mourning start as soon as possible, for God's sakes. Let's not wait till they get married. And then, I mean, you see people treat son-in-laws bad. They treat them bad. But in this case, you know, Mick probably had a list of 3 or 4 things on there. One of them was Christian. So are you saying the person's a Christian or you're not sure, Mick?
Hey, I'm not sure. You know, hey,
okay, that's fair.
I guess I really had 2. That it obviously be a man and they be a Christian. That was it.
Yeah.
Those were my 2 requirements.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I told her that starting when she was like 18, you know, so it's nothing new, you know, and then she didn't get married till a year and a half ago. So, I mean, I've been telling her that my whole life, her whole life, you know?
Yeah. Well,
I didn't have like, you know, what he should or shouldn't look like. I didn't really care. You know what I mean? I really didn't. And I say that before God, that doesn't matter to me. So,
yeah.
And I get, hey, you know, like I said, I'm just bringing this up for a topic, but
yeah,
I'm going to love them anyway. And we're going to, you know, through God, we're going to work it. It's going to work its course.
I know it's going. I know that, but I'm glad you brought up a topic. That's what we're needing. So I tell people all the time, just because someone is bringing up a topic, and I start going over multiple layers of that topic, doesn't mean that's where they are. They're just bringing up the topic. So everybody, just about every family, any topic we go over, just about anybody in here can understand the topic. We've all either heard of it, dealt with it, so it's nothing new. Kelly, what do you mean I did that? Now my daughter won't speak to me. Can you elaborate on what you did exactly? Because we're talking about a lot of things to do. Again, I could probably figure it out, but I'd rather it come from your mouth. What do you mean I did that? Can you tell us what the that is? The Taliban won. No, those Taliban turds in front of me no longer exist. Let's see. Smaller. Let's see. Thank you for your service. Okay, well, thank you. I had my standard about whom I expected her to marry, and it wasn't an alcoholic. Yeah, Kelly, but did you bring this up before she got married, or you brought it up after she got married? Did you bring this up before or after? Before? You brought it up before? How many years before she got married? And when you brought it up, was she already seeing the person? So when you say, oh, I brought it up before they got married, what I'm saying is, did you bring it up when she was all her life? Okay, so you've been giving her the standard all her life. Okay, but did she tell you what her standard was? Right? After you told her what your standard, did she tell you what her standard was? Did she agree or disagree with your standard? Did she agree or disagree with your standard? Uh-oh, somebody in trouble. Agreed at the time. Okay, and then, so she agreed at the time and then met a guy that was not to that list. Is that what you're saying? Agreed at the time and then met a guy that was not on the list. My daughter didn't give 2 winks of a standard. They dated 3 years ago. I don't know what that means. 3 years ago. They dated for 3 years and then got married. Yeah, but what I'm saying is when she started dating this person, I'm asking, when she started dating this person, was that person the standard? Was that person the standard that y'all agreed on? That hat is too small. Nope, hat fits perfect, man. Hat fits perfect. Okay, so she didn't pick. Okay, so when she didn't pick, when she did not pick the standard that y'all agreed upon, how did you take that? I'm just going to use the word. So she picked a loser, okay? And so you had to let her know how you felt about that loser or what? Or can you come up? Can you come up or no, Kelly? I understand you work. Ain't no big deal. Right.
Blessings, everyone.
Hey, what's up, Kelly? What's going on? All right, so y'all agreed, and then finally she meets this dude, and then you approach her, be like, "Hey, I thought we talked about no losers, right?" That's kind of how that went.
Yeah, pretty much.
And she's like, "I know, Mom, but I like this loser."
Mm-hmm.
All right,
exactly.
All right, which means instead of you mourning, right? Remember, look, listen to what I'm saying. Here's your list. Here's your list of hope. Okay. Oh, please. List of hope. Hallowed be thy name. List of hope. So then you said, here, look, do you agree? Yes, Mother, I concur. So then she brings home the loser, and you're looking at your list of hope, and you're like, this is not what we agreed on. What I'm saying is, even if they agree to the list of hope, and she picks a loser, you have to take the list of hope and play taps and burn it right there in front of your face and say, well, it was a good dream as well. And mourn. Why do we mourn? Because something died. If you don't let the list die and mourn, that means you're holding on to something that's not real. And now we get offended. We get mad. That's what I'm talking about. So you bring the list up as soon as you can before they get married. This is what I'm expecting of you. Do you concur? Yes. Guess what? Sometimes the list of hope worked out. And the girl 100% is, I mean, out of the 30 things on that list, he's a 29. He did 29 of them. That's it. Which is a lot. Mm-hmm. He only missed one, right? It worked out. But what I'm saying is, if you have the conversation with them, there ain't nothing wrong going up to them one time. And you only get to do it one time. That's it. You go up to them and be like, hey, I thought we agreed. I like this loser. All right. Well, can you at least go with me? Can we burn that and bury it together? That's what has to happen. You cannot bring it up anymore. It can't happen. It can't. And people say, well, that's harder said. The point Kelly is saying is it got to the point, it was so serious to her, she didn't want to talk to her mom anymore. Right, Kelly?
Right. It's been 5.5 years. I have 4 grandbabies that I've never seen.
Yeah.
She has us blocked on everything.
Yeah, and it'll be like that. Sometimes it can be 2 years, sometimes it can be 10. And it's because they do not believe that the list of hope has ever been buried, which means, like, who remembers Kelly Let It Go? No, Kelly's Let It Go. That's just how she handled it. Okay. That's just how she handled it at first when it happened. All right. So, but hey, again, let me say this. Anytime somebody comes up here and brings up a topic, guys, don't misplace the conversation. Nobody is going. I always go to the extreme because I know how far it either has taken people or how far people has letting it take them. Not everybody's going to be at the 100 extreme. Okay. Just remember that too. But what I'm saying is, the list, the to-do list has to be burnt together with you and that person. Say, all right, look, let me burn my list and let me mourn over what I was hoping for you, and I'll never bring it up again. And that's what you have to do. It's not easy at first, but that's what you have to do. Okay. It doesn't mean, there's people in my family right now. I got one very specific one in my head. Listen, these people have been married 20 something years and the mom still doesn't accept the guy. Now tell me if that's not a bit much. Kelly, yours has been married 5?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mick, 1. I'm telling you right now, I have someone in my head. These people have been married 20 something years and the mom still doesn't approve. 20 something. Listen, y'all ever seen the Flintstones?
Oh, yeah.
Right? Do y'all remember Fred's wife? Her name's Wilma, right? Wilma?
Yeah.
Yeah. Wilma came from a rich family. And Fred was basically a caveman. Literally, right? And Wilma's mother doesn't like Fred. Right? We've all seen these kind of like movies and stuff like that. What I'm saying is your relationship with the family is way more important. So right now, Mick, the daughter's only been married to this dude for a year, right? But if Mick doesn't take that list, now Mick, he's saying there's only a couple things on there, right? A dude and Christian, and he don't know if the guy's Christian or not. So there's one thing that we all can agree that's pretty extreme. But now, for Mick personally, what he's going to have to do is, even though he's dad, he's no longer, father. And some people are like, yeah, he is. No, bro. Listen, the father raises the kid. The father does. The father raises the kid. You'll always be dad, but you'll never always be father. She gets married to a man, they become one. You're both their dad. You're no longer raising her. She's about to have kids and start raising her own kids. So you're no longer father in that kind of way. That nurturing part's done, but you'll always be dad. You're always dad. So if you're still trying to be father and see the dude as a problem, right? What do fathers do? Fathers fix problems, right?
Yep.
Right?
Yes.
Dads don't fix problems. Dads don't fix problems. Meaning not everything's a problem. See, father, everything's a problem. Everything. Baby's about to fall off out of the water. Mama's going to do that. Father, right? Dad is more, what did you mess up? Are you going to jail? Maybe. I just want to know, is it because you married that dude? Well, yeah. That's the dad. That's the dad. Okay? Because the responsibility of raising a child is done. It doesn't mean you don't care, but the dad has learned how to separate facts. The fact is this daughter is no longer 10, 12. No, adult. An adult. So the space has to be respected. There's a oneness there that has to be respected, period. Has to be respected. So you're not laughing at the child because something happened, they're going to jail. You're not laughing at them. You're laughing because there is a temptation, right? Not to strangle the loser. There's a temptation. And you're laughing because you have learned that's not the answer. That's what I feel like I want to do, but that's not the answer. So whose fault is it? The loser's fault. So if you help beat the loser down in front of her, then she's just going to clench on more to the loser. Those facts. It's facts. So the choice you have to allow the person to make their choice. Okay. But first you let them know that your list of hope is put to rest. And then once that's done, don't bring it up again. You just can't bring it up again. After they got married, Kelly, how many did you bring it up again after they got married?
No, because she's blocked us. She won't talk to any of us.
Okay, but I thought she blocked you because you kept reminding her that her husband was a loser.
No, I let go of that, Trot. I realized that I couldn't change her mind about her feelings for him and let go. And a situation happened where this guy got physical with his mom when he was inebriated, and actually they got kicked off their place. And I told my daughter that, that wasn't very appropriate because at the time she was pregnant, and she basically told me to go kick rocks and hasn't spoken to me since.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's just additives at that point. Yeah. That's just additives at that point. But, yeah. So, but going back to the list, right? And come on, I think at age high school, everyone knew that their parents had a list, and if not, it was in the high 90s. Everybody knows. I remember. I don't know if y'all remember, but back in the day, you had to wait in line to pay the water bill. I did. I had to wait in line, hold my stupid little card, and when I played football, one of my cheerleaders that cheered for us was right behind me. I saw her there. I said hi. I was busy. I remember I need to hurry up, pay this. I got to go, And we're getting closer to the line, and I just felt her touch me on the back like that. And I'm like, man, I said, hey, what's up? And she's like, hey, and I know what she was thinking, because she said it out loud, but I knew what she was thinking before she said it. But she brings up her mom was making her, I'll never forget it. Her mom was making her learn how to cook and take care of the house. She told me. And I'm like, okay. In my head, I'm like, well, what's wrong with that? So I have to ask, what's wrong with that? She's like, well, and I knew who she was dating. She's like, well, I'm dating so-and-so. And I knew within the 30 seconds, I knew she was pregnant. I knew. I could just tell by the way she was acting. And she's like, yeah, oh, well, I don't know. What do you think? Do you think that's right? You know, that da-da-da. And I said, now listen to what you're asking me. You're asking me, do I think it's right that your mom is making sure that you know how to cook? Do you know how to take care of a home? I said, you're only bringing this up because you're pregnant. You're pregnant, huh? And she's like, how did you know? I said, I've known you for years. You don't never act like this. Ever. I said, so y'all are probably going to be because where I'm from, you get pregnant at that age, y'all getting married, period. So they get married right away. But before I left, you know, I talked to her for a few more minutes. And she's like, oh, thank you so much. I said, listen, I know your mom, and I'm not going to hop on the bandwagon that your mom's doing something wrong. She's making sure that you understand what you need to do. This is the game you wanted to play. Guess what? It's called life. And she's just trying to get you prepared for it. So I don't see anything wrong with what she's doing. I said it'd be better for you and the kid. Anyway, and she's like, oh, well, thank you. And I'm saying all that because I know her mom. And I'm telling you right now, her mom's list was a few pages long, bro. Her mom's list was a few pages long. Boy, I remember turning around. I'm like, woo, Bubba. That's, you know, and I'll tell you, she would not do what I'm saying. Like, burn that list and just make sure your daughter stays in your life. No. She would 100% try to control that whole situation until the point where, you know, daughter decide we're leaving and we're not going to, you know, and it's not worth it. It's really not, because again, it's the expectations that you have for your kid. That's not wise. It's not truth. It's not fair, you know, like it's not fair. And I keep going back to someone that's, oh my God, I got so many burps. It's not fair to the child that is trying to learn how to be an adult. It's not fair. It's not fair to them at all. But the parent is more focused on what they want for their kid. And it's just not fair. And it's not truth, which makes it wrong. If it's not true, then it's a lie. So it's not okay for you to say to yourself, I'm sad because of the things that I don't get to see. That's not okay. Again, your child passes away and these parents, all they can see going across there, no prom, no kids, no grandkids from this child, right? But it's what they wanted. So they're not crying because they missed their kid. They're crying because they're missing out on what they had planned for the kid, bro. This is a very selfish way to look at life, that you're at a point in your life where you have a kid and somehow this very subtle type of ownership is over your own kid. Ownership is usually an issue where a girl is dating a guy and he thinks, you know, oh, if I buy her stuff, you know, she'll give me some time. I'll get to hang out with her if I buy her some stuff, you know. And then the girl's like, oh, he's a cool guy. He's going to buy me stuff. So she takes the stuff, whether it's food, movies, jewelry, whatever. And then before you know it, he's showing up at the house at midnight. Hey, how come you're not answering your phone? Sup? What? Bro, it's midnight, bro. I'm about to call the cops. What? Call the cops? No, you better tell her to come out here. And the guy doesn't even know that he has put himself in a predicament where everything is based on him owning something because he pays for it. This is what they have. This is what they have in their head. They believe because they used financial gain, like a currency. They think because they've been paying by that they somehow have a right or have a voice. Right? It has nothing to do with marriage. It has nothing to do with people getting to know each other. I pay this. I buy this. I can show up at this house any moment, anytime I want to. So in a very weird way, there are parents that kind of do this. And there's people that don't like when I say this. I really don't care. But parents can do it too. I've raised you my whole life. You know, they may not say, I've spent all this money on you. You know how to play the piano because of me. You know how to do, I put all this money. You'd marry a loser. What I'm saying is, even though it's your own kid, you do not own your kids. Okay. And I'm talking about when they're adults. I'm not talking about when they're children. When they're children, obviously, you're the father or the mother, right? The parenting is needed. You're not just a parent. You're the mother. You're the father, right? The dad part will come later on when they get married, okay? But the ownership thing, that's a problem with people. And if they've never seen this as a thinking error, they can be in their 30s, 40s, or 50s and say, that is a thinking error. I probably should not have handled that like that. And it's because it's just everybody's on different levels and different things in their life. Like right now, there are people that are 40 years old and never had a job. Ever. Never had a job. They exist. So your problem, if you've worked your whole life, you're going to have a different problem in life. You're not going to have a problem of like laziness or anything like that. You know how to work. You know how to get things done even when you don't want to do it. Like when I got in that stupid 49-degree weather water, which is weak. That's why I was in there with shorts. It's weak. But there are boys that are so weak they wouldn't even get in there. But those same boys will argue with me about what being tough is. For people that don't understand the video, Dre, Bill, Lord have mercy, these guys. But I'm saying everybody's got their own thing to work out. And on the parent level, you know, and you'll have people say, you don't have kids. Why do you talk about parents? And why do you, man, if you just listen to what I'm saying, you don't have to be a parent to know all the ins and outs of parenthood or have an actual kid to know I used to be a kid. Whatever games you think your kids are playing, I made them up. You understand? I made them up. So if I invented all these games, you think I have to have one? Listen, I don't know how to wipe a diaper as fast as you. You're right. I can't change a diaper as fast as you can. Wow. Amazing. A lot to brag about. But the Bible teaches us how to love. The Bible tells us that husbands, love your wives. The Bible tells us that we are not supposed to get our kids to be angry. You understand? There's a lot of things that it says, and there's people that don't have kids, but they're going to listen to what those truths are in the Bible. So yeah, okay, you can change a diaper faster. You know what it's like signing kids in and out of daycare. Listen, all those things can be learned in 30 seconds. I'm talking about life stuff that already has to be known before you're a parent or before one of your kids want to get married. You need to understand that you're already in your head. You're already going to have a list of what you want them to have, and then you're going to have to mature and be honest with yourself. Do I keep picking at them about the loser that they're with? Do I keep doing that? Okay, that's why I'm going over it. I'm telling you, no, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't pick at. Now again, like I told Mick, I'm with them. Yeah, but Mick was saying, his main focus, even though the dude don't meet the requirements on the list, the main focus was he may not be a Christian. He may not be a Christian. So I think all of us here can understand that. And so what we have to do is rely on the Bible. And if you pay attention to the Bible says that she will bring him into the fold. She will. So the focus at that point is no longer him. It's no longer him. It's her. She's the focus. She's the focus, which is, make sure, you minister to your man, make sure, and I've read the book, the love language books. I don't believe there's only 4, but I'm still going to come into agreement on what the writer is trying to present. And all she has to find out is at least what is his type of love language, and at least meet him there and use that love to bring him to the Lord. But she first has to start. Mick, you still there? Because I'm going to say this, make sure you're there. I don't know if he's still there. He could be.
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay,
yeah.
So one of the focus that she needs to do is she has to, but then again, she has to believe and really want to go to a physical church. because it's baby steps for some of these people. So she has to like make him believe, okay, that that God is important to her. Like she has to make him believe that, but without saying, God is important to me. That's not how you do it. That you don't make someone believe God's important to you by telling God's important. That's like people, you know, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. And I'm like, wow, boy, you really told them. You rebuked them, did you? Wow. Well, what is the rebuke? Well, I just did. I said I rebuke. That's not a rebuke. A rebuke is when you're like using words to say what you're saying. Like if someone is, you know, if you're on a live and someone's cussing, you don't say, hey, man, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. And they're like, what? You heard me. I rebuke you. That's not a rebuke. A rebuke would be like, hey, bro. Hey, don't be cussing up here, man. In the name of Jesus. That's a rebuke. That's a rebuke. Hey, man, you need to stop doing that. You need to stop doing that. Please, I done asked you a few times. Stop coming up here and using vulgarities. Can you do that? If not, you need to kick rocks. That's a rebuke. You don't rebuke someone by saying, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. That's not how you do it. That's not a rebuke. That's I don't understand where people get this. I rebuke you. What? Where's the rebuke at? What do you mean? I said the word rebuke. Yes, you sure did. Where's the rebuke though, bro? Where? You know, it's kind of, it's the same thing as what I'm saying. It has to go over. I don't want to digress too far off that, but the thing has to, you have to go over the entire thing. So like I said, I don't want to digress because there's something else I want to say, and I'll probably be there for 5 minutes. But what I will say is she has to want him, or she has to make sure he understands that God's important in her life. And then she has to live that out, and he has to believe that, for instance, Mick, if something's ever happening that is quote unquote sad in their life and she doesn't fall apart like a $2 suitcase, all she has to do is wait for him to say something negative or wait for him to show fear. And she will be the one to say, whoa, the Bible says fear not. Why are you in fear? That's not okay. Those kind of things will make the guy, whoa. One or two things going to happen. He's going to get so offended, he gets mad at her. Like, well, you don't tell me what to do or whatever. Or he understands that she's getting that wisdom from God, and he appreciates that and says, oh, man, wow, like, how does she know that and I don't? And if he used to be a Catholic, he's at least going to know he's supposed to be the man of the house. Why is she acting like the man? How come she's not in fear and I am? Her living those things out. But if she don't live those things out, then he has nothing to look at. There's nothing for him to mirror. So for him to be brought to the light side, away from the dark side, she has to be the light. He has to be able to recognize, oh, wait a minute. Shouldn't I be the one? Shouldn't it be me comforting her? Right? Shouldn't she be the one afraid and me comforting her and saying, hey, the Bible says fear not. But in this case, she keeps telling me, whoa, why are you falling apart? Hey, Bible says fear not. Count it all joy. So that's what we're going to do. In this situation, we're going to do that. But if she falls apart just like him, then how is he going to be led in a certain direction when they both act the same? And so that is where the issue would come in. But at the same time, someone like me, which I'm not going to do it. I'm not saying that I need to tell her. I'm saying a neutral person, right? There's so many people, Mick, that you can, ask to talk or that. But first of all, she has to be willing to listen. You know what I mean? And I know you were saying something about her being a counselor and all that. So based on a counselor level, counselors are more prone to like argue against ways of thinking, right? Because there's like 15, 20 different ways that you can come at somebody and all these things. But the thing is, the one that lines up with the Bible, that's the one that's going to win. So if it doesn't line up from the Bible, I don't care how good it sounds. If it doesn't line up with the Bible, then it's not true. But if it does line up with the Bible, well, then there you go. If it lines up, again, I'm talking about like the way she counsels. If it lines up with the Bible, then that should be reflected right in her life, because not only does she counsel people, she has to at least live out some of those values or some of those methods of healing in people's lives. She has to at least live out some of those. So he has to see that. But she has to, and because she's a counselor, she has to let him know that this is biblical. So if she makes him believe that everything she learned was from school, where's the motive? Where's the motivation for him to move forward towards God if he's just got a wife that's smart and that's how she knows everything? She went to school. Now we're glorifying school. We're not glorifying the word. So I can see some of those being some of the, some of the reasons that there'll be some bucking. But no, I think it was a good topic that you brought up, Mick, right? Son-in-laws in the family, especially new ones. But I tell you right now, it's only a year, thank God, right? It's only been a year. It ain't been that long. But as long as you keep reminding yourself, hey, and I ain't talking about the Christian thing. I'm talking about whatever other things on that list. You say, well, it's a guy, and it's, look, whatever else is you're forgetting that you have in your head or wrote down, whatever those things are, as long as you can push those to the side and she knows that list is, you done mourn for that list, then that's fine. But the Christian thing, hey, that's up to her. That's up to her at that point.
It's all true. I mean, hey, that's why I said it's all about love, and I got to probably love them a lot more. And, just like I corrected somebody because we were talking about them and they said, well, just pray he moves on. I said, well, if we're going to pray, let's just pray he gets to know Jesus, then all our problems are. If we're going to pray, let's pray that he just gets Jesus, because that fixes it.
Yeah. And the other part of that is, I guess you wouldn't have to say it that way. It's just, I think just if you remind yourself that when you're around her, you have to say it to yourself, okay. And I'm not talking about whether you're her biological father. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about parenting. You're no longer her parent. You're no longer father, like goo goo gaga. That's not what you are. You're dad. Dad, can I talk to you? Dad, can I talk? Yeah. What's up? But you're going to have to make sure you got the right hat on. You know what I mean? Like I tell my heifer all the time, say, hey, when you come home from work, just because I'm an expert in that field that you just so happen to be in, I need to know if you need me to put that hat on, the husband hat, the trainer hat. What hat do I need to put on? Advice hat, which one? Because they're all different. And she'll tell me, she's like, hey, I want to talk to you about this. Can you put this hat on? Yep, sure can. And now, guess what? And I'm honest with myself. I'm not her husband. I'm trainer. Straight up. I'll be, or sergeant. Okay, you want me to see this in the sergeant? Okay, throw it at me. What happened? Well, this happened. Nah, she's never done anything where like, I'm like, oh, you shouldn't have done that. You're fired now. But if she did, I would tell her. I'd be like, you're fired. What? You think so? Yep. Fired. I'm writing you up. Now I've done that a few times. She's like, hey, put your sergeant hat on. This guy at work did this. I said, oh, I'm writing you up. Matter of fact, this next week, I'm writing you up on two things. One for that, and I'm going to find something else. And guess what? Within 2-3 weeks, person got written up twice. But why? Because I put my sergeant hat on. Now, if you want to put my husband hat on, watch this. If you want my husband hat, that means you come to me with the problem, then I'm not critiquing what you're saying based on a sergeant, which means I'm husband. I'm going to comfort you in the time of need. I'm not going to, just because I know how to break this whole thing down and write freaking a 4-page essay within 30 minutes or less, doesn't mean I have to do it. And it's like that with every person in your life. I don't care who it is. I don't care if it's your kid or whatever. Everybody has a oneness. Everybody is an individual, and so are you. Okay. The only ones that are one is a married couple, but that's regarding their marriage, not the job. Okay. Now that job married the couple. You understand? So if y'all are fighting and you show up to your husband or wife's work, you listen here. You just fired them. Y'all are stupid. They married both of y'all. Okay, but, you know, you marry the job, but that ain't your job. That's not your job. So, you know, again, you have several hats, and all those hats fit certain people. You know, if you have a brother, you have a brother hat. You still got sergeant, mentor hat that you can put on. But I can't put my brother hat on to my wife. I'm not her brother. Right? But you got several hats. You got a daughter or a son. You have a daughter hat, son hat, meaning I'm talking to my daughter. I'm talking to my son. There's hats. And you got to put the hats on at the right time. And if you don't know how to do that, dude, get a Redskins hat. Heck no, Dallas Cowboys, loser. But whatever hat you decide to put on, if you have to, so they understand what you mean. I tell people all the time, hey, look, can I just talk to you about my hats? What is that? All right, well, right now you're coming to me as a problem. I need to know, do you want me to answer you, or do you want me to view your problem? Like, do you want me to critique it like a sergeant? Or do you want me to critique it as a brother? Or do you want me to put my shoes in your feet because you're a husband? You want me to critique it with my husband hat? They'll tell you, oh, actually, I don't want you to put no hat on, bro. I just kind of want to talk. Now you know they just want to vent. And you're like, oh, okay. So you could turn all that crap off. You could turn it all off. You have to choose to turn it off. All the things that are, and you're like, well, maybe you. No, bro, it's life. You can't do that to yourself. If they are not asking you for specific advice, shut your mouth. You don't just say, oh, well, you don't know what you're talking about. I'll give you advice anyway. What? That's not, now we're not having a conversation, right? You become a tyrant. You become a tyrant at that point. So, you know, I know it sounds dumb, but I'm telling you, it will help you. You're doing this for you. You're not doing this for them. You're doing it for you. Say, hey, what hat do I need to put on right now? And you can add, even like, for instance, Mick, he can ask, do you need father hat or dad hat or friend hat? Yeah, I just need friend right now. Okay. Well, if she said, I just need friend. Oh, what up? If she said, I just want friend, then you tell father and daddy and sergeant and, you know, whatever other hat you have, you tell all of them to shut up, because that is not the one she's talking to. She ain't talking to that one. So you can't make someone hear from that one. You answer from the position they want you to be from. If not, you're going to run them off. That's all you're going to do. You're just going to run them off. And the goal is not to run them off, right? So, Nina, what's up? What do you mean, please up? What happened?
Oh, that was so helpful. I struggle with the different roles as a single mom and to a teenager, a young adult, and a young one. I'm going to bring another one to Grip Mastery in a little bit, the next one maybe, but that right there, checking in and seeing what do they need from me at that moment, and then only operating that space.
Yep. And you got to tell yourself to shut up. You have to say, okay, that's the only one. So you turn that one on. And while the other ones, like, again, the examples I'm using, right? I got the sergeant in the back, and hey, you tell them that this is what, and you're like, hey, chill out, bro. That's not who she said she wants to talk to. Even though they're wrong, you understand? They may be wrong to the 25th power, and you're like, oh, you need sergeant right now. Now you're wrong. You literally just became wrong because you're too stupid to have a good time. Just shut up and just be like, yep, Now, if you want to say something like this, you know, the sergeant me wants to say something right now. There's nothing wrong for you to say that. You can say that. They could say, well, I don't want to hear sergeant right now. Okay. When you do that, you win them over with love, because you're saying that what they're saying they need, that is more important to you than your own stupid voice. You understand? Sometimes people can just, you know, I'm not talking about, you know, they always want to hear themselves talk. This is what you'll have people call this. That's usually not it. It's because the person that's telling themselves, shut up, they know they have good advice. But if that person said, I don't care for your advice. They're not using those words. They're just like, I don't want to hear, like Nina said, like, for instance, a kid comes up to her and she's more friend instead of mom. Mom should say, oh yeah, he slapped you in the back of the head at work. Please tell me you didn't hit him back. Right? The mom would say, please tell me you wouldn't hit him back. Why is the mom saying that? Because the mom doesn't want their kid to get fired. As the friend, please tell me you checked that fool and slapped him back. No. Are you friend right now or mom? Which one are you? Well, I'm both. No, you can't wear 6 hats at the same time. You have all 6.
Right. And this is why that you're saying is so important, because what we as the parent end up leaving feeling like they do not appreciate that we've been through these things, that they're not hearing us. They think we have no advice to get. Like, quite literally, all these thoughts happen.
Yeah. So
you're wearing too many hats at once.
Yeah. And that's why you tell them, hey, and you got to bring this up. You bring what'd he do? What happened? He did something. What'd he do? I'll tell you what he did the other day, though. She comes home. She knows, but we both know better. But she comes home and someone gave her, like, that the seasonal chocolate cubes, and people put like peanuts or almonds or cashews or whatever, inside the chocolate. And there was, I ain't lying, it was probably a quarter pound. Like when Breezy came over here and Breezy left that, bro, it was like a whole pound. Next time Breezy comes over here, I got to buy him a whole pound or 2 or something. It was a bunch. And I'll tell you, I guarantee he tasted it once. Let me just, if you don't understand what I mean by that, he ate over a pound of beef jerky. And I'm telling you, he tasted it one time, bro. And he did the same thing. She put that chocolate in the middle. Our bed is a king size bed. And she put that chocolate in the middle of our bed, which means his butt got on top of that bed, took whatever he was smelling, went to his little nest and swallowed. Chocolate's not good for a dog, And so anyway, he swallowed all that chocolate, and I'm like, he's staying outside. I left him out there all night, hoping that if he was to get, the runs, it would happen out there. I don't want him crying every 30 minutes. Well, anyway, I'm telling you right now, the yell that she just gave him, he got into something. So, and I mean, bro, come on. It's this boy gonna eat whatever. Like, and he's tall. He's my height there. He might be taller than me if I get him to stand up. I mean, you put someone on that counter, it don't matter. All he's gonna do is get up there and get it. But anyway, based on what Nina is saying, yeah. So you have to, whenever everything's fine, whenever there's no dispute between girlfriend, boyfriend, no drama at the theater, no whatever, everything's fine, and say, hey, let me talk to you about something. This is when you bring it up. And say, hey, I need you to do me a favor. This is what you tell them. Do me a favor. Anytime you come up to me, I need you to let me know who you need me to be. Whether that's mom, friend, teacher, pastor, whatever. What I need you to tell me. And don't let them forget. If they come up to you and they're like, man, I have to tell you what happened at work, man. I showed up to work. You remember that lady I was telling you about? Say, whoa. What do you need from me right now? You just need me to be an ear, a friend, or a mom. What do you mean? Tell them, but make it quick, because they're obviously not in a good. Say, do you want me to be mother, where I'm going to nurture and take care of you, or do you want me to be a friend? And obviously the advice is going to be a little bit different, than mother, So, but you got to tell them. Say, tell me which one. And if they say, I want all of them, that's not okay. It is not okay if someone comes up to you and say, okay, I want you to be all of them together. It's like, oh my Lord, can I do one at a time or what? Like, it's not okay. Like, they should pick one. I've never had anyone come up to me and say, hey, look, I need you to be my brother, my father, my sergeant, I need you to bring all of them. I never had that. It's always, maybe this one. Can you be this one right now? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. And you just sit there and listen. you know. And I even got buddies. It's like, hey, can I ask you a question? But can you just like answer it in like one sentence? And I was like, you want me to answer you, but then you're going to critique how I answer? No. Nope. If you want me to answer a question, I'm going to answer my way. And he's like, well, I got to ask. So he asked, and of course, after about 3-4 paragraphs, he gets his answer, but it is what it is. Can I pet that dog? You better not want to pet Troc. He's going to look for food. He's going to look for food for you. But yeah, Nina, I know exactly what you're talking about. I know exactly what you're saying, right? I don't have to have kids, but I understand people. Whatever age your kid is, I was already at that age. I already know that they could be venting. They could, you know, they're wanting a very specific kind of feedback, and you have to help them. You have to help them. So you got to ask, you know, like, hey, you know, what kind of feedback do you need me to be? Friend, mom? I don't know. Let's say you were a barista at a freaking coffee shop. Do you need me to be barista? Like, what do you need me to be? And I'm going to be that. And then while the other part is wanting to, you just got to tell it to shut up. And if they mess up and ask, well, what does my friend say? Say, oh, shoot. Are you sure? Because I handled this situation like, Mom, you want me to answer this as a friend? And then you got to be smart. As a friend, is this going to send them to jail? Right? Because the nurturing mother or mom, that's got to override the friendship. You know what I mean? That one's got to override it. But the whole parenting, that's done. Again, I'm talking if they're married. If they're not married, then parenting's not done. But now we just look at age. Are they at least 18 or older? Again, guess what? They're an adult. Which means, what'd he do?
He ate popcorn.
How many?
1.
Well, put it on the list. Tell him I'm going to pop his butt for every kernel he ate too. Huh? I said, you tell him I'm going to pop his butt for every kernel he ate too. All right. How many did you give him already? Well, that hard one was probably all that whole bag then. Put him in the room, close the door. Y'all are interrupting me. It's the best way when she's upset already. Watch. Hey, can y'all be quiet?
Oh, my Lord.
He knows he's in trouble. When he hits the ground like that, like when you hear, huh? You don't tell me what to do, woman. What's wrong with you?
She needs you to be wearing the silent partner hat right now. Okay?
Oh yeah. When she's getting on to him, yeah. Everybody just everybody. Well, because look. Because now I know why.
The kid that's not in trouble hat. Be quiet and go somewhere.
Watch. Listen. Y'all hear him hit the ground? Did y'all hear it? He knows he's in trouble, boy. All right, so we got everybody for Christmas. We got everybody a stocking. And half of the stocking is going to be filled with pretty much the same thing. Like everybody gets the same, you know, like base stuff. And then individually, all the stockings are going to have stuff that we know that people would like. Well, a lot of people in our family, we like popcorn. We just do. And he got a hold of one of those popcorns. And it's a caramel corn, and it's a good one. Like that little bitty thing costs like, I think, $15. It's this big. It's going to be sticking at the very top of everybody's. Well, anyway, he got a hold of one of them. So he pretty much ate, you know, almost the whole bag. And we just bought them. So we got to go buy another one now. So now I know what she was upset about.
That's what Troy likes. Very expensive optics and popcorn.
Yeah, I mean, no, just as a Christmas down here, it's, you know, it's a big buckets of popcorn. I mean, it's just.
I was going to say, let this lesson be learned to get the tin popcorns next year.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and they might have the small tin ones, But we ran into the bags, and it was decorated like Christmassy. We went with them. Gourmet popcorn. Yeah, it's kind of gourmet. It's good though, man. It's really a mixture of caramel and cheese together. If you ain't never ate, like I think Bill was telling us he was putting cheese in his coffee or something. I don't know.
No, Trot, did you understand what I was saying?
Oh, what? I'm sorry.
I was saying those are the two things Trot, the dog, likes to chew up.
Oh.
Very expensive optics.
Oh, yeah.
And popcorn.
Oh, yeah. He likes anything expensive. He'll chew it up. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
He's quite literally got expensive taste buds, bro.
Yeah, it's pretty bad with him.
Wait till you have kids, Trot. Just wait.
It's okay. It's okay. It's all right. It's all right. I'll just come crying to y'all about it.
And then we're going to tell you, why cry is that to us?
On TV. Yeah.
Use your rod.
I was thinking about it. We'll see. But I'm going to tell you.
He's gonna be like, haven't any of y'all had kids?
He's gonna be like, how much longer?
Let me read this.
That's going to be us to him.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I am behind in the chat, guys. Give me a second. Let me catch up. Show up. Let's see. If you pick a loser, don't come crying money for me. The dad hat is on now. Let's see. What's the story behind wisdom? Arnu, can you elaborate? What do you mean? The story behind wisdom? Are you never wrong, know it all with college education, minimum kind of person? What?
I mean,
are you ever wrong? Okay, so the SFH, we're talking about something, right? We're talking about topics that me personally, I just happen to know a lot about. So when you say, are you never wrong? Let me see. What do you do for a living? SFH, if you're still here, what do you do for a living? If you're still here, I don't even know if you're still here or not. And if they don't answer, all right. So somebody give me a job that you do for a living. You can be in the either chat. Put a job there that you do for work or do for a living. Pools. Okay. Yeah. Hairstyle. Okay. So this is for SFH. So there's somebody in here that's a librarian. I know nothing about that. Hairstyle. I know nothing about that. I sell seafood. I know nothing about selling seafood. CM said pools. Let's say if pools had a level of 0 to a 10, 10 being a master at pools, I'm at a level 1. Okay. So when you say, are you ever wrong? I just gave you many categories that I would be wrong at. Okay. The category, rancher. Well, I'm going to be wrong about some rancher stuff, but I can do ranching. I ain't got a problem doing ranching. Care for the elderly. They would probably kick me out of a daycare of elderly people because I'd be trying to make them laugh. And they'd probably be pooping themselves all over the place. I don't know. Yeah. So as a majority of all these things right here, there ain't no way I know everything because that's at least 4 or 5 jobs that I'm not even level 1 at. I don't know. So I would be wrong about all that stuff. But you just happen to be in a live where we talk about life situations, right? We talk about the Bible, and I don't see anything wrong with saying that I know a lot about that, okay? And that's all we're talking about. So they're out today except armadillos. Yeah. All right. Lorena, I sell seafood. What does that even mean? What do you mean you sell seafood?
That was my question.
Yeah, Lorena, what are you talking about? What does that mean? You sell seafood? What the heck?
I sell seashells down by the seashore.
Yeah, I don't know what she's talking about. What does that mean? I said, now, if you say you're a waitress at Red Lobster, I'm going to kick you out of my life. You better not.
But what if she says that she makes sushi in a Japanese restaurant?
I'm going to kick her out too. You better tell me you sell. You better tell me that you freaking sell. You better tell me you sell freaking crab by the pound by the lake, or I mean by the lake, by the beach or something.
No, Trot's like, you better tell me that you're on that like ice sea fishers. You risk your life every day. You pull that crab out of the water.
Yeah.
And you've been overboard 3 times and made it back
in one
every
night.
time.
In one night.
In one night.
Yeah.
In 500-foot waves.
What's that called? Deadliest Catch.
Yeah, Deadliest Catch. Yeah, I can remember the name.
All right, let's see. All right, here we go. Cocktails, guacacharles. Hold on a second, bro. What? Cocktail of guacachales. What the heck is that? Garlic shrimp, ceviche, a carta, I cater seafood.
Well, that's a lot of Spanish.
I get Lorena. You Hispanic?
I think she was spelling aguachiles.
In 49 degree. Master Jordan, you're one too. You don't understand my video? So you're in the same boat with Dre and Bill? My God, you knuckleheads. How do you not understand that video? Benny can't.
Sorry, I'm guilty too.
I have eyes and can't see. Ears and can't hear.
Yeah.
My understanding was man up, men. Okay, handle business, regardless of the circumstance and the degree of the person.
Well, that part is true, but it's like nobody heard me say that you always have little boys that want to argue with men that are used to doing hard things in life. The point is this, okay? All right, the point is this. So I knew I had to get in that 49 degree water to clean it. I knew I did. Not one part of me was like, it's gonna be so cold. It was easy. It wasn't even a second thought. Okay. I knew 49 degrees was cold. I knew that, but there wasn't a second that I was hesitant. I don't know, man. I went in there with shorts, barefooted. I didn't care. It was no big deal to me. The point I was making while I was getting in it, I'm laughing to myself like, I could just picture people, okay, who act tough. They act tough all the time. They've never done anything tough in their life, but they always act like they're tough. And they love to argue with people like me, someone who's actually done something tough. Are there tougher people? Yeah, but that's not the point. I'm saying that I laugh. It's so funny to me that people who always, they act tough and they'll say like tough stuff, right? Like, I ain't scared of you. Ain't never done a tough thing in their body, bro. Never. So when I was getting in that water, I could picture these people like, oh my God, like not even want to get in there. Not even, they don't even want to get in there. And the things that I have done that is required, like, that anyone would say, yeah, that's tough. This person didn't even do that, and they still wouldn't get in that freaking water right there. You understand the point that I'm making? I just had to be careful on what I was saying, but if you pay attention, that's what I'm saying, because it is a video, and I don't want to get too crazy. But for anyone to think that I'm like, the water's cool, you 100% misunderstood the video, okay? 100% misunderstood. 49 degree, we'll say two things. 49 degree water is cold. If anybody says it's not cold, you're lying. It is cold, okay? 49 degree water is cold, okay? But it's not freezing. You understand the difference between cold and freezing, okay? We know that 32 degrees is freezing. But there are waters, as long as they're moving, water can be way colder than 32 degrees and not freeze, as long as it's moving, right? But the point I'm making is, and I wish I could tell you something that happened recently. You would really laugh, but that's what I'm talking about. And it's funny to me. There's people that should know me by now. They're like, man, the water's not even cold. Clearly, I don't have a problem being in there. So it ain't cold to me either. I don't understand the point. The point is, you do have boys, and they'll argue with me like, I'm tough. They don't say it, but they like the way they talk, right? Like they're tough. And I'm like, what have you ever done tough in your life? The only thing they've ever done tough in their life was run their mouth to act like they're tough, but yet they've never done anything tough. Never. This is what I'm talking about. That's exactly what I was thinking about when I was going in there. Is I was like, these people wouldn't even get in here. Like that would be hard, too hard for them to do. But yet they'll tell me how tough they are. That's the point of that video. Not me proving how tough I am because I can get in the water. Get out of here, man. I've done things way harder than that. All right, Lorena, would you say, I forgot. I make shrimp something, natas, something. Yeah.
I make shrimp tortadas.
Yeah. All right, guys, it is literally approximately 5 o'clock and we got to go. I think it was an awesome Grit Mastery family. Everybody thank Mick for bringing the conversation up. And I want to say, guys, just because someone brings a topic does not mean that they're going through it so bad and they need everybody and their grandma to pray for them. Okay, so please don't hit up Mick and be like, Mick, I heard your sad testimony and we just want to pray. He's going to be all right. He didn't come up here to complain. He's just saying in his life right now, there's a temptation right here, which is basically give this dude more than likely, some verbal commands. But he ain't stupid. He knows that's who she chose and they're rolling with it, whatever. But again, he's bringing up the topic because nobody else was bringing up the topic. So I'm thankful he brought it up. I'm thankful Kelly was able to come up and say, oh, well, I can, contest to that because I've done something similar. So guys, ain't nobody here. Listen, everybody, this topic right here, son or daughter-in-laws in the family, whether this one happens to be new. And then I just put it this way because that's pretty much what, Mick's being funny, but he's saying, the dude's not the standard, but he's pointing to the fact that he don't know if the guy's a Christian or not. So anytime somebody comes up here, they're bringing up a topic that maybe they're understanding right now. And it's not something that we just can't, we can all understand and relate and bring it up. Oh, look, there goes Jordan. See, Mick, they're misunderstanding the whole live. They think you're coming up here because you're crying. Yeah, I can't handle my son-in-law. Come on, man. Get out of here.
Not like that. Not happening.
No, it's too late. That's what they think. No. Too late. That's what they think. No. Yeah, no, all good. All right, guys, anybody got anything before we hop off? Anybody?
Yes, the Cowboys and the Packers lost and the Bengals won.
The Bengals ain't going to playoffs. So what's your point? I mean, not playoff, Super Bowl.
It's a W.
Yeah,
Joe Burrow sure don't look like he doesn't want to play there if he's throwing up 45 points.
Let me see. I'm going to mute you, Trot. Nobody will ever see you on this live again the day you decide to do that. Trot, do you think Adam and Eve actually ate fruit, or was it fruit of the spirit that was rotten? That's a good question. So, CM, why don't you bring that question tomorrow? I'm going to write it right here. CM is asking. I'm just going to put it this way. What did Adam and Eve eat? That is not an invitation for whoever you are that is salivating in the mouth, Christian or whoever else, to DM CM and feel like it's right now's the time to take him. Listen, we will talk about it tomorrow. CM, if someone feels as though that they need to overstep and go in your DMs and tell you all about it, why don't you just ask them where did they learn it from? And if they say me, then just tell them, then why are you the one telling me? Because I'm asking Trot. If we're going to act stupid, today, we're going to act all the way stupid. All right, so
I'm going to tell you. Listen here, just because the Spirit tells you that does not mean I was fully tempted.
All right. Anyhow, all right, so tomorrow.
But I was going to, yes.
I know. It wasn't just you. I wasn't
going to DM him. I wasn't going to DM him. I was going to start a live and go over. But that's fine.
Okay. All right. I know. But it's all right. Okay. So CM's asked, the question is, what did Adam and Eve eat in the garden, right? You are talking about the garden. I just want to be clear.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. All right. So tomorrow we'll talk about that and have a good time with that tomorrow. Anybody else got anything? Anything?
You already go through John 17?
John 17?
Yeah.
What do you mean, John 17?
Oh my goodness, you wrote it down for the
You
Lord's
did,
Prayer.
yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, that was a while ago.
The Lord's
That was
Prayer.
just
It was last week.
yeah.
Who was it
last
for?
week.
Who brought it up?
Me. It was for me.
CJ.
CJ.
What's in a
And what about going
blue
through saved by grace and through grace?
Yeah.
Distinctions, what they mean.
You
explanations.
started part of it, Trot, but I don't think we got all the way through it.
Yeah. Okay. Hold on, guys. Let me write those down. I'm telling you, I think I erased that. That usually doesn't happen. Let me move this down here. All right, check it out. This is what we're gonna do. Because CM is more newer than y'all, we're gonna move him to the front of the line clearly. So we're going over that first. And what's the other two? John 17, CJ?
Yeah. I asked about the whole chapter, but I think I can break it or minimize it or lessen it anyway. But if it was the Lord's Prayer,
That's
like
right. That's right.
Version.
That's right. Okay. And then what did you say, Christian?
Saved by faith, saved through faith.
What about it? What about it?
The definitions of the two, the differences between them, how someone is saved by faith before
all right.
Christ.
Difference.
You know what I'm saying?
Difference between by / through faith. All right, so that's 2. That's 3. All right, so we'll go over CM's first, then CJ's, and then Christian. That's the order of fashion, starting to Myri. All right, anybody got anything else before we go? Anybody? Say it now. Say it once, twice.
Peace out.
Bengals rule.
Bengals suck. All right, God bless. See you in the morning.